Brought to you by Gamezy. Win up to rupees 5 crores every day. Download the app now.
As IPL season 15 draws closer, we're taking a very close look at all the 10 IPL teams. Thanks for all the overwhelming response we've got in the 11s that we made, the best possible 11 for each team. Now we're going a step further and actually analyzing each team very, very closely. And welcome to a new studio. Joining me as always is Rahul Rawat. Rahul, what we're trying to achieve in these segments, just to let our viewers know, because this is one of the first videos, is we raise 3 big questions for every team that must be on the minds of every IPL follower and try and answer those 3 big questions. So we are starting with, in no particular order, but we picked Rajasthan Royals because it is Rahul Rawat's favorite team. RR, Rajasthan Royals, RR is Rahul Rawat, even though he may not see many questions regarding that team, but I have zeroed in on 3. Have you seen any?
No, I'm sure there are a few loopholes or weaknesses in Rajasthan Royals also. Just like any other team, I don't think that there is any near perfect team. Lucknow Super Giants, they look a very formidable outfit on paper at least, but maybe, as I said, Rajasthan Royals, eventually what would matter would be the combination that they play with, and I hope that they have the right combination.
Okay, 11 we've already picked. As I said, we are going to go a step further in these set of videos that we make, but before we pick those questions, we'll also have in-house cricket analyst, a former legend in Sunny Gavaskar, also giving his thoughts for each team. Let's listen to what Sunnyvale had to say about Rajasthan Royals.
For Rajasthan Royals, whoever is going to do the team talk, the first ever team talk that is generally done on the eve of the tournament or when the players get together, if that particular person can tell them that they've got to win the trophy for Shane Warne, I think that will be a huge incentive. Remember, Shane Warne was their captain in the first year when Rajasthan Royals won. So somebody whoever is going to speak, whether it's Sanju Samson, the captain, or the coach, the mentor, Kumar Sangakkara, whoever does that bit of trying to lift the team up by saying that you should do it for Shane Warne, and that can have an unbelievable effect on the team. They will really play out of their skins. So that is very crucial. The team looks a balanced team. Sanju Samson, again, after another year of captaincy, will have learned quite a lot from what happened last year. So expect Rajasthan Royals to be a serious competitor for the title this year.
So Sunny Gavaskar, Rahul, they're saying that Shane Warne is going to be that one motivating factor that the team is going to look at. Do you think that will be on their minds to play for Shane Warne?
Not as the tournament or the season would start, but eventually, perhaps when they close in to that playoff spot, or if they go on to play the finals, that would be some sort of an inspiration or a motivation for Rajasthan Royals. But as Sunny Bhai said, closer to the knockout stage, I think that could be.
Okay, it'll be interesting to see if that can be a motivation that the team can look upon. Okay, 3 questions. Question number 1 that I have. We've already heard from a co-owner at the time of the auction that Yashasvi Jaiswal is going to open, which means either Butler or Padikkal, one of them will not be opening. Do you think that's a good call?
To be very honest, I think when we prepared the best possible 11 for Rajasthan Royals, both of us had a common viewpoint that Padikkal should open with Jos Butler. But as you have already said, that the team management or the owners or the co-owners have announced that Yashasvi Jaiswal would open with Jos Butler. That means there is some sort of confusion, or I would say the top order looks a little brittle to me, because a player of Sanju Samson's caliber now pushes himself to number 4th spot and so on.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Maybe is that, see, again, for me, if you ask, it's going to be criminal if either one of Padikkal or Butler does not open. And if it's Padikkal who's batting at number 3, I think it's too late for him. He should open, and he's done very well. And that also pushes Sanju Samson to 4, as you said. It has a percolating effect. So it's worse on 2 counts. So that is why I would not have had Jaiswal in the 11.
But last season, one thing that we noticed was the middle order for Rajasthan Royals did not give them the desired results. Maybe this time they have strengthened their middle order, but I think there are a few weaknesses or loopholes there as well.
Yeah, so I'm now beginning to think, because if I do not put Yashasvi Jaiswal, then what happens is at number 5 maybe or number 6, my kind of batting finishes, because then you'll have Yashasvi Jaiswal, Butler, Padikkal at 3, Samsung at 4, Hetmar at 5.
Right.
So you're and then Rian at 6. If you do not have a Yashasvi Jaiswal, then your batting becomes even weaker, because their lower order is kind of a lower middle order is kind of weak. That's why they've gone with this. And is it a good decision?
Considering the situation that they are in, and considering the players they have in the pool, that the auction pool, the players that they picked, I think this could possibly be their best possible 11 to start with Yashasvi Jaiswal. If things do not pan out the way they desired, then they always have options to fall back on. And what could those options be? If you remove Yashasvi Jaiswal from that top order, and then your 11 would start like Joss Butler opens with Devdutt Padikkal, Sanju Samson at 3, 4 would be Hetmar, maybe 5 would be Rian Parag, then 6th, who would bat at
maybe we'll have to.
Jimmy Neesham, or then you'll have to
or you play a Van der Dusen and Jimmy Neesham then goes out. That way you can.
That will strengthen your, but you are also including then your bowling. You are limited. You limit yourself with only 5 options, 5 bowling options plus 1 Rian Parag. That's it. Else you can have Daryl Mitchell, somebody like Daryl Mitchell, or
a top order batsman,
or an Indian talent in maybe a Shubham Garwal, a local player who is known, at least whatever we've seen or heard about Shubham Garwal, is that left-handed batsman and slow left-arm spinner. He can also clear the boundary, clear the fence. So that's how your batting lineup could look. But thereafter, it's a clean slate, not too many bowlers who can bat that well.
Is that your Pahadi connection, Shubham Garwal?
No, he's a local lad. Nothing to do with Garwal. Or maybe.
Okay, sorry to diss your team, which is Rajasthan Royals. My next question is also, do you think that they lack quality all-rounders? And that's the biggest weakness of this team, because in
quality all-rounders, they don't have all-rounders.
Yeah, no, you're being very honest. I agree that sentiment, because Rian Parag and Jimmy Neesham are the two all-round options that they have, which will be part of the 11, if they are part of the 11. Right. Maybe Jimmy Neesham doesn't even play. So on that front, do you think that is why the middle order, and when all teams look for all-rounders in a T20 team, I think this is the team's biggest weakness that really stands out.
That it lacks. And you never know, maybe when they play their first game, they may not even have a Jimmy Neesham in their 11.
That's what I'm saying. So left with only one all-rounder.
Yes.
Unless you're ready to count Ashwin as an all-rounder, not in T20 for me.
Exactly.
So you're only left with one all-rounder, which also is not a quality all-rounder.
I'm saying that maybe they have a clarity in their mind that we are going in with 5 out-and-out batsmen. 6 out-and-out batsmen and 5 bowlers.
Is that a great approach in T20? We know that you need backup in terms of bowling. Sometimes 6, 7, 8 bowling options also team goal.
I would say it's a risky approach.
Yeah.
But then you have to take risks.
Therein lies the weakness of Rajasthan Royals. Final question. Sorry.
So I'm just saying, I agree that they lack quality all-rounders, or as you I said all-rounders, but they have 5 to 6 very good batsmen. Yashasvi Jaiswal, because of the quality of batting that they have, we are saying that Yashasvi Jaiswal doesn't fit in that 11. But last season, especially towards the end, he did reasonably well, and that was the reason why he was bagged and retained by the franchisee. Now comes the bowling. I don't know if your next question is about bowling.
Yes, one question is about bowling, and then you can answer your bowling in that, and that is, I know you have a match winner, not too many, but one match winner in bowling is Trent Bolt, without doubt.
I've got 3-4.
No, 3-4. That's. I mean, there are, of course. There's Joss Butler. There is Trent Bolt there as well, and Yuzi Chahal.
Yes.
So my question, the third question with regards to Rajasthan Royals, the third big question is lack of cricket in the recent time for Trent Bolt. Should that be a cause for concern? Because I think November is the last time he played white ball cricket. So that's been 4 months he's not played white ball cricket. Played, I think, one off test match was a red ball. So, coming off completely cold, do you think that could be a problem?
I think he's a seasoned campaigner. There's been, there have been so many occasions when a lot of players, in fact, majority of the franchisees that you would see, they have players who are coming directly into the tournament after an injury layoff. Majority. And
so that concern will be for them as well.
Yes, but here I think Trent Bolt fortunately is so experienced that he may not take that much time to adjust or acclimatize to the conditions or situations that the other bowlers would take. And remember, Trent Bolt played a lot of cricket on those wickets at Wankhede in Mumbai. So Trent Bolt will not be a concern for me. I think Trent Bolt, they look at the variety, the overall variety that they have in their bowling lineup. Prasidh Krishna, considering
what are the chances he pulls a hamstring or has some
that's
injury? He's a very good bowler.
That's a risk I think that every bowler has. Look at your Sunrisers Hyderabad. We'll come to Sunrisers Hyderabad also.
Big questions.
Exactly. If I count on my fingertips.
Don't do this whataboutery. This is what politicians do. That, sir, please answer why this has not happened. But what did the other regime do? What did the other?
No, that's I know where you're going, but still, injury can happen to anybody. Mumbai Indians, we saw, last season, Rohit Sharma also got a hamstring injury. But anyway, I think they've got a very good bowling lineup, especially in Mumbai, where you have all three venues will have red soil. You'll get ample bounce, so it could actually work in favor of R. Ashwin as a spinner. He's a tall, lanky bowler. He can extract good bounce. Then
he's a match winner. I don't think in T20 cricket Ashwin is a match.
But he can still stop the flow of runs. That the one asset that he has in white ball cricket, or precisely to be precise in T20 cricket. Prasidh Krishna, he's established himself as a very good white ball cricketer so far. Trent Bolt, he doesn't need any introduction as to what he can do. Then Yuzi Chahal, every year he comes, he's proven himself time and again. And then Ashwin, once again, so much of experience behind him. And my fifth bowling option would not be a Jimmy Neesham. That is why I was saying that maybe Jimmy Neesham doesn't make it to this 11. They might just go in with Nathan Coulter-Nile.
Coulter-Nile also, I mean, I don't know, is he the same pace that he was? That was his X factor, bowling at 150, not quite the same bowler. But if you then do that, if Jimmy Neesham is out, already that lower middle order is looking very brittle. If he goes out, it's even...
Maybe I think, T20, we often talk about the need for all-rounders in every T20 11, in every side. But maybe it is time to change the template. And Rajasthan Royals, they've been...
Talk about...
exactly,
optimism. Who
thought that Rajasthan Royals, with those bunch of newbies at that time in 2008, would win the inaugural IPL season?
But who thought that after that they won't win another title? On that note, we're completely out of time. But if you have thoughts about the questions that we raised, the three big questions, do share with us in the comment section. We'll be bringing every IPL franchise and three big questions, looking at their squad and their combination we're going to ask. But before we wrap up, here's a reminder, don't forget to download the Gamezy app, because you stand a chance of winning up to 5 crore daily. You can also make teams in the middle of the game. So do that.
KL Rahul is the brand ambassador.
Right.
KL Rahul is the brand ambassador of Gamezy.
So should we then do Lucknow franchise next? We'll take that idea. On that note, thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today.